chance they came on Devil's Game, and gosh, they paid the price. Paid the price. And now they're fighting for their lives on a mission fraught with dread.
Give it a real high-class bout. It's on. Give it a real high-class bout. You're up.
Hello and welcome to another review, and today I want to review one of my most anticipated games of this year, and that is the digital release of Cuphead for the Xbox One and PC. Cuphead is a game that everybody's been waiting for the past 3 years, ever since Studio MDHR first unveiled the game in a 3-second part of a sizzle reel at E3 2014 on Microsoft's stage. It was that game that churned so many heads and everybody was looking forward to it. Everybody had the questions of, what was that game? What the hell was it? Cuphead is a game that has lived up to every high expectation I had for it, and it goes above and beyond that, and it is a shining example of patiently waiting for a game and having it succeed your highest expectations. So what is Cuphead? Cuphead is a retro-style Contra meets Gunstar Heroes type shoot-'em-up game that just happens to have the aesthetic of a 1930s Fletcher cartoon. It's awesome. It looks incredible. Obviously, at first glance, everybody's going to notice the artistic style and direction of this game. This is a game that churns people's heads when it is played on any TV. I don't care who you are, you're looking at the TV screen when Cuphead's being played because you're interested in what the hell this game is. It's crazy. It looks so awesome. I can't even think of the last time an indie game like this has outdone a big budget AAA game in terms of its visual style. And this was a very small team of developers that made this game. This wasn't a game that, a shit ton of money was thrown on because it was, going to be published by a big third-party studio. This is a very small independent game that Microsoft showed a lot of faith in, hence why it is an exclusive game to the Xbox platform in terms of consoles. However, you can get it on PC. You can actually even buy the game on Steam, and that's important to note. You can also play it on your PC via Xbox's great Play Anywhere feature, and that's how I bought the game. I bought it through the Xbox Windows Store, so I could play it on both my PC and my Xbox One, and I will go into the details concerning both of those versions of the game in great detail coming up here. Cuphead is a great experience. You look at it, you're immediately drawn into it because of its artistic style. However, it is a brutally challenging and difficult game, and that's important to note. I think a lot of people look at this game, and I've actually seen some scrutiny over it masquerading as a fun and happy children's game because of its visual style, and then when these people sit down and play it, they realize, oh shit, this is a hard as hell game. And I'm going to be honest, I have not beaten the game at the time of this recording. I am about halfway through it, but I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's challenging, it's fun. You don't get games like this every day anymore. This harkens back to the great days of Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis games. That's why I use those two classic games in comparison to what this game is. We have something like, it reminds me of Contra, and it reminds me of Gunstar Heroes for the Sega Genesis, and it just works so incredibly well. When this game was originally unveiled in 2014, it was unveiled as a boss rush game, and the developer took a lot of feedback on that. A lot of people wanted more to it than just boss rush, and thankfully they went back. They made some great platforming levels. All of the platforming levels play and feel incredibly good when you play them. This game has a phenomenal local co-op mode. It does not have online co-op, but the local co-op is great. I've played this game that way several times, and I enjoyed every minute of it that way as well. The story of Cuphead's very simple. Cuphead and his brother Mugman, which is also a fantastic, awesome name, are, exploring, around their house one day, and they happen to go into the Devil's Casino. And Cuphead, I guess, is quite the gambler, and he wants to, continue to gamble and make more money. And the devil comes out and makes him a deal, and he makes a deal with the devil, and his deal is he loses, then the devil gets his soul and Mugman's soul, and he loses, and they both plead for their lives. What can I do? So the devil sends them out to get the souls of these other people that have forfeited their contracts with the devil. Hence the boss rush nature of this game. These bosses are awesome. They look great. My favorite boss is the carrot boss, which I'll throw up on here, and like, I just love the way his arms move. It just, the animation is so outstanding. You don't get a game like this every day. I can't stress that enough. The artistic flair of this game is top notch, but beauty is only skin deep, and that's the problem a lot of people are going to face when they see this game. And I feel like a lot of people are going to come to this game, look at the artistic style and go, that looks excellent, and they're going to think it's like a Mario or something like that, and they sit down and they realize, now this is a tough as nails bullet hell almost game. And that's why I think people are going to be a little put down about it. However, I've just enjoyed everything about this game from beginning to end. I also want to point out the soundtrack is incredible. It has a 1930s jazz style soundtrack that fits the mood and tempo of this game so perfectly. The audio bites they use, there's different audio clips. There's not really any speaking parts in this game or voice work. However, the very, very minimal voice work that is used in this title is used so effectively that it's worth it. If I have any complaints about Cuphead at all, they're very minor. However, one complaint I have about the game, this is also a hot tip for anybody who hasn't played the game yet, is that when you start it out, the controls that they give you that are default are bad. They map the dash move to the Y button on the Xbox controller. I'm going to tell you right now, you want to save yourself a lot of headaches and a lot of time. Go into those controls. You can map these buttons to any buttons on your controller. Go ahead and map that dash button to the left trigger. You're going to save yourself a lot of headaches. Just by doing that, it's made the game that much easier for me, at least, and I think it will for you guys out there as well. I get why they had the controls this way, because they wanted to have the Super Nintendo control type feel to it, but this just makes it that much better. My only other complaint about this game is on the Xbox One version of the game, the load times are a little bit long at times. I've noticed. I've played both versions of it, and on PC, it loads like that. And I know the difference here is, PC, you can build your PC up and have, better hard drives, faster hard drives, and all that kind of stuff. And my hard drive, since I got a new hard drive in the last week here, is really fast. I have a 7200 RPM hard drive, so it loads shit really fast. No, I don't have an SSD. You can blast me in the comments for not having an SSD. I will get an SSD when I build a new computer in the future. However, the game loads really fast on my PC, and I played on my PC first, and then I jumped it over to the Xbox One to play some split screen and to load it up there. I will say that the visuals do get a slight downgrade. It doesn't look as crisp on my 4K TV. I hope that that's different when the Xbox One X comes out. I'm sure this game is going to run at native 4K. I'm pretty sure the developers already stated that, so it'll be an Xbox One X title. You can blast me in the comments if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure they've already announced that. And I think it will load faster on the Xbox One X as well. But the load times are a little lengthy on the Xbox, but that shouldn't deter you from purchasing this masterpiece of a game. And yes, I'm going to use the word masterpiece. I'm giving this game an A+, the highest rating I've given any game on this channel so far. I loved every minute of this game. It's easily going to crack my top 5 at the end of this year. I think it's incredibly memorable. I think it is the slam dunk that Microsoft needed in terms of a console exclusive right now, especially since I've heard a lot of negative things about Forza 7, their other big flagship release for the year. So this is a slam dunk for Microsoft. It's putting a lot of light on their console right now, and that's what they need right now in 2017. So my hat's off to Studio MDHR. They made a phenomenal game, A+ all around, one of the best games of the year. It'll be in my top 5 for sure. Go out and play it. It's $20. $20, you can get one of the best games of the year, and you'll have a blast with it. Just be warned, it is hard, and you have to be patient with it. However, and I died many times at different bosses. I never once got incredibly frustrated. I just wanted to keep playing because I liked the game that much, and its style and its controls, they're all pitch perfect. A+, fantastic game. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and as always, until next time.